Oh man, come on.
I didn't even know it.
I'm trying to, oh yeah. I knew you was gonna do it.
All right. We the Hebrew Israelites coming out here day in and day out. Prophesy the downfall of America, spiritual Sodom and Egypt, modern day Babylon, according to the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect, came to uplift and to prophesy, be witnesses, and out here on the battlefield another day. So we're going to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, my salutations to the brothers, teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be elect, on side will. For the hopeful extended elect, shalom, blessings. Just going to get right into it, man. I have this, call this drunken off her, the wine of her fornication, that Babylon juice. A lot of people on, the world is on, these other nations. These other nations, a lot of them, they got their different religions, but a lot of them have gone into Christianity. But there's a false religion, according to the I got 2 leg gloves. I got got that scripture ready. We can go ahead and get that. No, that's
Revelation 17.
Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 17. Start at 1. Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And it reads, and there came out of one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
The judgment of the great whore, that's America, man. The great whore is America. Whore, that harlot that sits on many waters, man. Go ahead.
That sitteth upon many waters.
I got ahead of myself. Go ahead.
Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Yeah, through her philosophies, even, her education, them having their hand in the pot, with these elites, the BRICS. I mean, they all mingled in with this American way, even though America is divided between the mother nations also. But, Britain and America and so-called Israel, they got a correlation of power as well as these Edomites. Go ahead.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yeah, drunk, man. So drunk is not talking about physically drunk, but there is such thing as physical drunk. We all know that, and through philosophies, through like I said, through her dealings, her plans, her agenda, system, her religion, they're drunk, man.
And part of that, also that philosophy is to go out and get wasted. So that's part of it too. You know what I mean? So that, so you can't really have no progress in your life.
Yeah, because America is built on partying and bullshit.
We all done fell in that in that drunkenness before here, man.
Yep.
But now we being woken back up.
Yeah.
Fight this good fight of faith.
Yeah. Right here in Babylon, America, a Negro has been drunk, and wasted off the philosophies too, wasted off her education, her religion. A nigga built his whole plans and life plans on, becoming a pastor or a teacher in this place. And it does nothing for the spirit, man. It does nothing for the end times. It does nothing for edification of what's really going on. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah, you already finished her.
Yeah, fornication, yep. Then it just goes to 10 things.
Yeah, so the wine of her fornication. Get that scripture. They're not drunk. They don't stagger by wine. And even though the philosophies and stuff is considered like, metaphorically considered wine also, Right. So just like you, when you get drunk physically, you're unstable. You're not really thinking right. You can get emotional. You can get addicted, and that's what people are in America. They're addicted to the lifestyle of America and what America has allowed. So our people are going crazy, partying and shit, and don't even know that these are serious times. Go ahead.
Yeah, stay yourselves. Oh, it's like Isaiah 29, verse 9. It says, stay yourselves and wonder.
Stay yourselves and wonder. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, stay like that.
Yeah.
It says, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
But not with wine. So you can be drunk off of philosophies, off of these beliefs, these so-called religions, this education. You could be drunk off of what they call it, a free spirit. And you keep going back to that spirit, man. Like every time there's some opposition, you're like, well, I'm a free spirit, or I'm a Christian. So you take another, you take out that bottle of free spirit wine. Hey, wine are called spirits. Liquor is called spirits, man, because it affects you, your soul, your spirit too. Go ahead.
It said they stagger.
They stagger,
but not with strong drink.
But not with strong drink, man. And most I say, like we was talking about, it got to be a balance, even on a physical level. But most I said, don't be excessive with wine. Wine is a mocker. So if you're heavy on wine, imagine you heavy on wine and your house get kicked in. You ain't gonna be really able to do shit, man. They're gonna be whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, damn, because you can't focus. So that's what state Jake is in. He's in a drunken state to where the enemy wants him that way. So during the time of martial law and Jacob's trouble, they're gonna just come and get him off of it, and he ain't gonna know what to do. He's gonna be confused. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Spirit of deep sleep. And you could be off wine and you probably vomit and you probably lay in your vomit, you know what I'm saying? And go to sleep in your vomit and wake up like, oh shit, wiping your mouth. That's how fucked up you are. That's how effed up our people are here in America. The ones that don't have the truth and know how the spirit of Yahawah Yahawashi, they messed up. So they come against us.
Because it says spirit of deep sleep. How like when somebody is sleeping and they hard sleepers, they be in a deep sleep, you gonna try to wake them up.
Yeah.
You can shake them and you can shake them and it's hard for them to wake up.
Yeah.
Get them to wake up.
Yeah.
So that's how it is. There's truth going out.
Okay,
there's wisdom going out. They in that deep sleep. So no matter how hard we try to wake them up, it ain't happening, man.
Yeah.
So
all right, that's it. Yeah. It's like, and that's the same thing as being physically drunk. Like I try to wake you up. You were drunk, you wouldn't wake up. Because you're too wasted, man. So you're drunk in your deep sleep and you won't wake up. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Go ahead.
And had closed your eyes.
Close your eyes. Go ahead.
The prophets and your rulers.
And that's spiritually. He closed the eyes of these people so they can't see the truth.
Yep.
They can't see that this is the end of the world. They can't see that this is Babylon.
Yep.
That it's about to be destroyed. Go ahead.
He says, the prophets and your rulers, the seers, hath he covered.
And he have covered. And they drunk too, man. They drunk in the spirit of Babylon. All that. Walking back and forth, doing that, pretending to people catching the Holy Ghost and all that, shaking and jiving and all that. They call it fetching and jiving, whatever. cooning for profit, cooning for the so-called white man, cooning for the system. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 19, verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich.
Shall not be rich, man, because you're unstable, man. You know? You wake up with a bottle, you're about to do something, you wake up with a bottle and you don't do it. Because you're drunk. Go ahead.
And he that contemneth small things shall fall little by little.
Yep, fall little by little. Go ahead.
Verse 2, wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
And you know that with Solomon, man. You know how many women he had. He loved wine too. You know what I'm saying? And both of those, man, he was even a comparison in the Apocrypha. What is stronger, women, wine, and a king? You know? And they gave examples of how each one of them was strong. But truth reigned overall as the strongest. Go ahead.
And he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
And you know that in the strip clubs, that's what they have. They have the strippers and then they have the liquor. You know what I'm saying? They got the bar and everything up in there. So even at these casinos, you know, the reservations, they have free beer up in there. So you by the time you get your money up and get in there, you're like, man, I'm finished. And then you be like, hey, yeah, they say you want you another beer. They go around with the plates with a beer on them. They say you want another beer. Yeah, I'll take a couple because you fucked up anyway. That you lost, you're losing. So you drink more beer. You're like, I see how much more money I got. You spend all your money, man.
But like I said, being impudent towards a harlot, that's dealing twofold with Babylon the Great. Our people have become impudent with the lifestyle of this place, man. Not even trying to fight it. Just allowing them to just basically steer them whichever way they want to go.
Yeah. You got a big gathering, a big family gathering, and then everybody talks about the drunk uncle that causes all kind of trouble and shit. Mm-hmm. And that's what Jake be doing, drunk off these philosophies, man.
Yeah, you know when a person gets drunk, they look stupid. They look foolish.
Yeah.
They acting foolish. You know, so that's how people look when they get drunk off these philosophies, man. In the spirit, they look stupid.
Like you said, they don't see themselves.
Yeah. Oh, what is that?
They look. Yeah, go ahead.
No, slide me, cut y'all.
No, go ahead.
And what it say in Revelation? What he say? What Yahawashi said? He say, keep thy garments.
If thou see I was naked.
Yeah.
If thou see I was naked.
Naked. You know, you get laughed at.
Yeah.
You look crazy.
Also, it makes me think about Lot's children. You know, they got him drunk with the wine, and you know, and am I saying that right?
Yep.
Lot's, yeah.
Yep. Lot's children.
Yeah. So he had, sex with his,
with his daughters because he was impudent. He couldn't understand what was going on.
And the Most High cursed that, his seed, the Moab and Ammon.
That's why they got them squinted eyes.
Yep, and they're undeveloped. Mm-hmm. But he got deceived. So Most High wasn't really mad at him, probably like a little bit, but he winked at it because his daughters deceived him.
Like there ain't no way Lord making the people immortal, man.
Yeah. Oh, and it says that in the law. It says, "Woe to him that give his neighbor drink to uncover his nakedness."
Oh yeah, and Habakkuk.
Yeah. Go ahead. Our people are wicked by promoting this liquor upon our people, man, and these ill philosophies and these other gods, man. They're gonna be cursed. They're gonna be judged, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3: moths and worms will have him to heritage.
Yeah. Moths and worms will have him to heritage. Go ahead.
And a bold man shall be taken away.
So that's detrimental, man. It's detrimental to your health anyway. It says wine make a merry heart merry. It says drink wine for thy stomach's sake, but you can't drink excessive wine. Even in Babylon, we do a few things not against the scriptures, but we have to maintain in Babylon. You might have to work on the Sabbath, but you don't purposely, work on the Sabbath and shit. Like,
you could have rested.
Yeah. But they push it on our people, man. They even got circumcision expensive as hell. Those are devils, man. You know, anything according to the righteousness of the law, they should permit freely, man.
And that's why they was mad at. That's why a lot of the Jews was mad at Yahawashi, because he was saying, when he was saying give tribute to Caesar was Caesar's. If Caesar say you got to work on the Sabbath, don't try to like get off every time and just go work, man. That's part of our punishment, you know. But if you got the day off, take it off. You know, that's why he also talked about the 99 sheep. And would you not go out there and get that one sheep? You know, that's just like kind of like when you have to go work and stuff, you try to make sure that, you know, everybody in your household in the tabernacle is still taken care of.
Yeah.
You know?
And a man can't take care of his household being a drunkard, man.
Right.
He can't take care of his children and all that. Go ahead.
Verse 4, he that is hasty to give credit is light-minded. And he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul.
Against his own soul, man. So you waking up, and who the people say, and it says in Isaiah, they want to be lied to. Prophesy deceits and smooth things. You know, give me another liquor, give me another shot of that liquor. The philosophy that
It sound,
you know, that drink of religion, that drink of Mormonism, that drink of you know, that Muslim wine. Give me you know, next thing you know, you just off your, just out of, you gone, man. And it's really no rehab, no rehabilitation, but the spirit of Yahawashi to bring you back. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, get that Luke chapter 21 and 34. This is what our Lord Yahawashi said. He said, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with satiety. I think I'm saying that right. Surfeiting. Yes, surfeiting. And drunkenness. And cares of this life. So he's saying, you know, hey, don't put all your focus into the ways of Babylon, man.
Yeah.
You know, get like you just said that over excessive. The scripture say, use the world, not abuse the world.
Yeah.
You know, hey, like you know, like say we go into the matrix, but we know how to get out.
Yeah.
Like they do in the movie.
Get in
and get out.
Yeah.
You know, because hey, you know, we go and study, spirit might get on us to get into those false philosophies, you know, just for edification though.
Yeah.
You know, not to,
it's to expose them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You find a heroic person named Hamburg and you be like, man, I think I'm Hamburg.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you start reading all his books and shit, start dressing like him and trying to talk like you think he talking.
You're just supposed to look. You're not supposed to go and you know, spend too much time on it. It's just like when you cross the road, you still got to look both ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to see the good and the bad on both sides to know when to cross. You know?
Yeah. And that's everywhere you go. You know?
Yep.
Even when you step outside of your house, you seeing what's going on around you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said, and cares of this life.
Cares of this life.
And so that day come upon you unaware.
Unaware. That's what is going to happen with 2/3 Jakes while they following in this place, man.
Yeah, that's what it say too. He said, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. It's gonna suddenly, because they drunk. You know, they drunk off, you know, and they don't see it coming.
Yeah. They drunk off that American dream, that chance to have worldly success here.
Mm-hmm. And then what did it say? When you start getting addicted, you start needing more and more. Like, damn, this ain't even doing nothing to me no more.
To the point you get shivers, getting all types of stuff going on.
Yep, your liver goes out and shit. You start hallucinating, you know, being delusional about stuff. You know? This one woman, it was a recent story of this one woman. She was an Edomite, and she ran over 2 children being drunk, man, driving while drinking. drinking while driving. She didn't even know until they told her, the police told her, like, you know, killed 2 children, right? Like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. You know? So you do a lot of stuff that you don't either remember or you're not conscious of when you're drunk, man. No? Go ahead.
It's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17.
Wait, that's one reason why these nations gonna be looking at us from far off, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they're gonna be like, cause they they can't, it's like this is reality. That all the prophets was real. I mean, that they really came to pass. We know it's gonna come to pass, man. We 100% sure it's gonna come to pass. You know, just like GMS, the 100% truth. You gotta have that confidence because you're awake and you're observant, and you know the Holy Spirit is dealing with you. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
What the will of the Lord is, and they don't know. And they give time, like they give Lord a time limit and shit, or like, yeah, if this ain't, you know what I'm saying, we go into 2028, it ain't happened yet. You know, this is your reasonable service. This is what you're supposed to be doing, man. And you're supposed to be fighting for righteousness. This whole world is wicked, and the Most High said it would be. He said, well, the hearts of men are waxing cold, love of many waxing cold. This is not paradise. It's raising, they raising rent, they raising taxes, you know. They talk about robots on a high level and shit, cyborgs, and all AI is on the surfacing majorly now. Like, this place is done. Artificial food intelligence. The food ain't real, man. You know, go ahead.
And be not drunk with wine.
Be not drunk with wine. You know what drunk is, man. You know when a person's drunk, they unstable, they trip over the table. You know, they walk funny and shit. They're not conscious. They're not, you know, they don't have no stableness in them, man. And then sometimes you be like, oh, you know, your uncle come in. I gotta use the uncle that they get a bad rep. I have to use that as an example. They come in the house and they kind of like, damn, you kind of see something like, damn, he a little bit off, but he ain't been drinking that much yet. He just been drinking a little. And then as the day hours go by, you know, he go to his car and you're like, yeah, he getting drunk, man. Now he starts stumbling and fuck that, and acting crazy. You like, yeah, he's out of order, man. Go ahead.
Wherein is excess.
Wherein is excess, man. So if you got a problem with drinking, period, let's say you got a problem with, you know, drinking, don't even touch the bottle, man. Don't even tempt yourself to do that. Just, you know, take some time off, fast, get away from it. You know, it's like if you got a problem with lust, don't go to no club. We don't go to clubs anyway. You shouldn't be going to clubs anyway, but don't surround yourself with women and shit. You know, anything you got a problem with, or it's hard for you to let go, or you're dealing with, you're struggling with, fighting, you really want to stay away from it, man. You know? You working on your health, you can't keep going to fast food places, man. Same thing with drinking. Go ahead.
But be filled with the Spirit.
But be filled with the Spirit, and the same thing with these philosophies. If you're a person that's taken by information and you love information and reading and all that, and sometimes you get too much into it, you shouldn't even be reading nothing but the scriptures, man. Every now and then, you know, saying if you could, hey, you know, you could read a book, but you tie it back into the scriptures. Well, a lot of people, they could get taken by what they read, man. Like, oh shit, they read the Quran, they be like, wait a minute, it says we're the chosen in the Quran, man. And that Muhammad, man, he was on to something, man. Next thing you know, you're a Muslim, man. Ha. You know? Gotta be, what it say? Most I say, touch not, taste not, man. It says, touch not the tree of knowledge and knowledge of good and evil, man. Stay away from it. You know how your parents used to tell you going in the store, hey, don't touch that. It didn't hurt you, right? To touch it. You can even take it home and it's for kids. Or it's just food in a grocery store. She said, don't touch it, get away from that. Don't touch it. You know? You gotta get used to not touching stuff, man. Go ahead.
Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs.
Psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, man. Like, man, sometimes you be like, hey, when you stop drinking, you feel much better, man. The sun's come up and it feels different for you because you feel like a new man. You're like, man, you feel energy, you know? You feel more focused, you feel good, you feel healthy, man. Go ahead.
Singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord.
Making melody in your heart for the Lord. And it's the same thing with these philosophies too. Once you just know the truth and you focus on that and you can build and you're not getting caught up in being confused about these other these other doctrines and philosophy, you feel better, man. That goes with anything, man. People know when they need to work on themselves. A lot of times sometimes it takes a little bit, then you be like, damn, I'm really effed up, man. I'm really doing bad out here, man. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 29. Who hath woe? Who hath sorrow? Who have contentions? Who have babbling? Who have cause? Who have wounds without cause? Who hath redness of eyes? Verse 30, they that tarry long at the wine, they that go seek mixed wine.
Seek mixed wine, man. Go ahead.
Verse 31, look now thou upon the wine when it is red, when it giveth his color in the cup, when it moveth itself aright.
Yeah.
Verse 32, at the last it biteth like a serpent and stingeth like an adder.
Yeah. You know, it come up on you, man. You know, and you done. And it seemed like your friend, like you feel good, but then about time you throwing up in the toilet, man. You got a headache. You can't recover. Then you might have to check in the Alcoholic Anonymous AA meetings and shit. You got to spend money. It'll take you down the drain, man. Then you got bottles all over the house. So you constantly, you're tempted by, like I'm gonna stop drinking. And then you see one bottle left that you didn't throw away. You're like, shit. It's still in there. You're gonna be like, all right, this is the last bottle. And you start all over again, man. Take you down to the roads of hell. They had this one, if I can remember right quick, they had this one Twilight Zone episode, and he went to a special, what do you call that? Therapist, whatever. Specialist, I don't know. That helped him, that tried to help him with his drinking problem. He said, take this pill. So it was a pill that he took, and he said, you'll have no more drinking issues, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So the thing is, the pill made him not get drunk. So he would be just constantly drinking, trying to chase that feel, and he could never get it. And he's like, why I can't? Because he could never get drunk again. So it frustrated him more than him able to drink. So he was just chasing that feeling again, like people chase that high. Our people are trying to chase that dream of America again. Dreaming that Babylon juice, back when they used to have fun and partying, back before COVID, when people used to communicate and nobody, it was real kind of easy a little bit. Women were more natural and all that. You ain't gonna get that back, man. It's over. Go ahead.
Verse 33, thine eyes shall behold strange women.
Yep, eyes behold strange women, man. And like I said, they be doing that in the club. They be getting drunk. They turn off the lights, and now them transvestite and them ninjas be messing with them trainees, man. Because they be dressing like women, and then they with that alcohol, they become delusional. They don't even know if that's a woman or not.
Man.
But they think it's a woman, so they go ahead and do the, you know. Most High gonna destroy all that, man. Go ahead.
And thine heart shall utter perverse things.
Your mind shall utter perverse things, man. You know, when you drunk, you say all kind of shit, man. You know? That's like somebody mixed with these philosophies. They be like, yeah, you know, aliens, the green aliens are supposed to come get us out of here. They just saying some weird ass BS, man. That's how you are when you drunk. You just blurt stuff out that don't make no sense. Slurred at the words. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Talking about flat earth.
Flat earth.
Yeah.
Like just saying all kind of stuff, man. That doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 13. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not rioting and drunkenness.
No, not rioting and drunkenness. And what did Biggie say? He said, I drink champagne when I'm thirsty. These ninjas are waking up drinking champagne, taking champagne baths and all that. And they pop one bottle and they pop another bottle. They got 15 bottles for a house. And there's more in the refrigerator. You know? That's how they get down. That's the party spirit of America, man. Jake, go ahead.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Not in chambering and wantonness.
Chambering and wantonness.
Not in strife and envying.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But put ye on the Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach.
Put ye on the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi, man. Put ye on the Lord Mashiach. You know? They called him a wine bibber because they were lying on him. They were trying to, you know, have people that come against them, man. Go ahead.
And make not provision for the flesh.
Provision for the flesh. That's what that is, man. Make it provision for the flesh. Go ahead.
To fulfill the lust thereof.
To fulfill the lust thereof, man. You know, and it's a fight. It's not easy. Whatever you're dealing with, it's gonna be a fight, man. You know? Go ahead. You got some people they fight laziness, man. That's a real thing. You know? Some people fight that they feel like they don't have to work. Why should I have to work? Shit. Like and especially if you're working for, you know, some of these Edomites, some of these other nations. Like, hell no, I ain't working for Moab. It's a good job though. It's right by your house, but I ain't working for Moab, man. They did, you know what they did to us, man. Hell with Moab. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Humble, man.
Yeah.
We came here, we were brought here to be humble.
Yeah.
Not to be exalted.
Yep.
You know?
It said we would serve these nations because so that's the part of the thing, man. You ain't gonna and you sure don't want to work for Jake, because Jake can't work for Jake, man.
Yeah.
Jake want to be late, he want to take off, he want to Jake to be understanding about his own personal problems. Yeah, man. I'm just sitting here sipping, man. I just ain't ready. I ain't coming to work. Well, shit, I'm gonna fire your ass, man. Man, you gonna do a brother like that? Yeah. You know, because this is a business, man. Like the Most High is a business. If you don't do it, he gonna fire your ass, man. Go ahead, you acting unstable, coming to camp, you know, late, lagging, you don't really want to be there. You say it's boring, yeah. Got distraught with brothers, striving and all that. Like, nah, man. No, stay your ass home, man. Watch some of your old shows and get drunk. I'm talking about 2/3. I ain't talking about the whole full leg. If you wise, you know. Go ahead.
First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6 says, therefore let us not sleep as do others.
Yeah, sleep. That, like we just said, drunken is synonymous with sleep.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
But let us watch and be sober.
Yeah, when you sleep, you don't get nothing done, man. You know. Just say you sleep all day, you be like, oh shit, man. You could have handled all kind of business, man. You sleep as some do, slumbering. Remember the 5 virgins that slumbered, went up and slumbered, man. You know, hey, whether it be fun or folly, remember they used to have slumber parties, especially with these young women when they were young, 13, 14 years, they used to have slumber parties, man. They get them and their girls and they do, watch movies and drink and shit, you know, get into trouble, get pregnant. Go ahead.
So, but let us watch.
Let us watch, man, and that's what we are. Most High set us up as watchmen, watching the times, checking the news, constantly checking brothers' videos, GMS videos, see what's going on, man. See what the apostles are saying, man. You know, have that plan while you cooking or something, while you eating or something. You know, because it's anything can happen at any minute, man. Or somebody a war break out between one country and another country, and then Israel get involved or America get involved. You know, World War III pops off. Like, you want to know about that, man. Our people don't really know about shit, man. They just want to, well, y'all talk. That's all y'all talk about is war and all that and negative stuff. We talk about what's true, what's really going on. Go ahead.
And be sober.
And be sober, man. That's the opposite of being drunk. It's sober. You know?
So being sober-minded.
Sober-minded, man.
The scriptures talk about a sound mind, having a sound mind.
Yeah, you can't make no good judgment being under the influence, man. You think you are, or you think you might not be drunk. You think you might not be asleep, but you are, man. These people that just sit at their computers and stuff and commenting on certain videos and commenting on positive videos, all this video, they're not doing no work. They're slumbering, man. They're basically asleep, even though they're awake. They're basically dead. Remain in the congregation of the dead. Because they don't understand the seriousness of this thing, man. They wonder why we out here when it's cold, man. And like, ain't nobody gonna listen to y'all, man, because ain't nobody, we don't care, man. It said, what did it say? Prophesy into the wind. What if that's that time and you wasn't ready, you wasn't doing that, because the angels are recording everything, man. So if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't got no videos, you ain't got no the brotherhood, you separated from the brotherhood, a lone wolf and all that, you're not checking in and all that. The angels are reporting that, man. What do we call them? Useless eaters. They'll just get rid of your ass, man. Sometimes they be like, Lord, can I do it this day? Can I do it this morning? Get rid of it? Or say, hold on. Go ahead.
Said, for they that sleep.
They that sleep, because what is this called also? America is called a dream world, man. You come to this place to dream, man. And then when you wake up, you realize that, damn, we're living in an evil-ass world. Look at the elites. Look at what they believe in. Look at what they do. Sacrifice children. They organs harvesting. Look what they do behind closed doors. Look who's really running this place, man. The world gotta see you walking differently. They gotta see something about you that's not according to the world. That like, damn, it stands out. Like, what you about? Yeah, I'll teach the word. Oh, okay. Because they want to ask more questions because they know you're just not a regular Christian. They all right, bro. So you teach the Bible, huh? They walk away, but they know like something else is about you because we're not of this world, man. Go ahead. It
says, for they that sleep in the night.
They sleep in the night. Go ahead.
And they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
They're drunken in the night,
But meaning
in darkness, not awaken them because we the light. This word is the light. They don't have it. So they drunk in their folly and their ignorance. What did it make you say? Ignorance is bliss, man. They just want to be, leave me alone. I just wanna, oh, okay, well, I'll deal with it when Jacob's trouble comes. All right. Now, go ahead.
It said, but let us who are of the day,
waken, observant, sober-minded, like, yeah, of course we drink wine. It says that. Drink wine for thy stomach's sake. No, drink no more longer water, but wine for thy stomach's sake. But you don't be doing it every day excessively. It affects you, it affects brothers, it affects the house, it affects you and your wife, it affects your children. The children looking at you like, damn, daddy acting strange. You don't know how to carry yourself or behave in public no more. Something's wrong, man. Go ahead.
It said, but let us who are of the day be sober.
Be sober. We'll look up that word sober. Go ahead.
Putting on the breastplate of faith and love.
Yeah, because that's not love, man. You let your whole family fall apart, your own self fall apart, over drunkenness, over foolishness, over not being stable, man. Even in your knowledge and wisdom understanding, you're supposed to be stable in that. You're not supposed to go back and forth to anything. You're supposed to be like, this is it. You're supposed to know and point things out like, this is what this is. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. Go ahead.
It says, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation.
Helmet is hope of salvation. There's no hope for a drunkard, man. If he's drunken, if he continues to drink, the only hope is that he get right and he get up back on track and don't drink no more. That's the answer to that. But if he ain't strong, man, he's gonna lose that war. It's a battle within himself, man. Like, damn, nobody's dealing with it but him. Among all these other troubling things that trouble us in the flesh that we might have be struggling with, man. Go ahead. A lot of brothers need help with finance. They don't know how to save money. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to go about keeping a job stable. You can't get into your emotions when you cussing at the boss and all that. You definitely fired. And then your money, man, I ain't got no checks coming in. I ain't got no money. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11.
We're gonna look up that word sober right quick. See if you can get it in the blue letter. You can look up synonyms, maybe too.
You want in the New Testament?
Yeah.
The word sober. It's
Strong's G 4993.
Sofraneo. It says to be of sound mind.
Yeah.
To be in one's right mind.
Right, in your right mind. That's according to this truth too. You can't be believing in this. All nations could be saved, man. You ain't in your right mind. Go ahead.
To exercise self-control.
Exercise self-control. That's discipline, man. No, in our old camp in the back during the days of One West, camp was called a house of discipline, man. And that's where you get that word discipleship too. Discipline, man. Disciple. They were discipline. You got to know how to carry yourself and present yourself, especially around your brothers, man. Go ahead.
To put a moderate estimate upon oneself, to think of
moderate estimate, a moderate estimate among thyself. What's your worth? What's your estimation of yourself? Are you trash? Are you trash? Are you worth being invited somewhere? Are you worthy to your family, your children, your wife, your brethren? Are you worthy to the Most High? How does the Most High look at you? Yahawah, Yahawashi. You got to think about that in your mind, man. And you can't get down on yourself because then you're going to lose. You're going to be like, I'm nobody, man. I ain't got nothing. I never did. You know, can't get a good job, never have no money. You got to start making changes, start believing, like we said earlier. You got to start trusting, having faith, and believing that Yahawah, Yahawashi work with you, man. You know, then things will start happening. Change your diet, change your lifestyle. You know, get a better job if you need one. You know, we in captivity, but Most High have us. You can move around a little bit in this place. Go ahead.
Think of oneself soberly.
Think of oneself soberly, man. You know, all that, like a drunk person, all them emotions start coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and crying and all that. Police have to come and get you, take you to jail. Your family don't want to be around you. You know, just a little physical examples. Go ahead.
To curb one's passions.
Curb one's passion, man. Look up a few synonyms. They said to curb one's passions. We passionate about this truth. You know?
What else says steady?
Steady, man. Steady and ready. Stable is the same thing as stable. Steady and stable. Go ahead.
It says relax. Cool. Didn't have a lot more.
Yeah. No. I mean, basically self-control. You know?
Become clear-headed.
Become clear-headed, man. You know?
Become more serious.
Become more serious. When you drunk, you're not serious, man. And then when you become angry, that's not being serious. You're just angry. You out of your emotions. You're out of character.
So low key, down to earth, practical, rational, realistic.
Yeah, realistic. That's when you sober, man. Man. Hey, rational. Nobody can rationalize with a drunk person, man. Nobody can rationalize with people outside of the real truth. You know, or that doesn't have the spirit of Yahawah Yahawashi. They're not going to be thinking clear. They're going to try to make sense out of themselves and end up not making sense, man. Go ahead.
In Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning.
Rise up early.
That they may follow strong drink.
They may follow strong drink, man. That's hey, man, you go. One bottle to the next, go to sleep, wake up, drink again, drinking noon, night. All your functions that you go to, you drinking. You're drinking at school, your job. Go ahead.
That continue until night.
Continue until night. Go ahead.
Till wine inflame them.
Why inflame? Till wine inflame them. The Babylon Jews have inflamed these people, man. The education of America has inflamed these people. The Bourgeois spirit and the image have inflamed these people. The name Jesus has inflamed these people, man. They're drunken with that. You know? Go ahead. And it's day and night, you know. And we told you where all these things go back to, like Christmas coming up. We'll tell you where it goes back to, man. How it's folly, how it's based on, pagan worship. We told you about the Thanksgiving. How it's based on the slaughter of slaughter of our brethren, many of them. Millions and millions of them, man. And our people still celebrate that shit. They drunk with it, man. You know, they don't think rationally about it. They be like, it don't matter. We get together, and then they have a shootout at Thanksgiving, or it's a big ass fight, and they be like, damn. It always happens to black families mostly. Same thing with parties. Get shot up. People get drunk. People start fighting. Go ahead.
You got something up?
Yeah. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly.
Yeah, you walk circumspectly, man. And a lot of our parents, a lot of our people, you tell them, you like, hey, you know, the end of the world is coming. They don't see it. They think we tripping. Like, hey, what are you talking about? Trump is talking about make America great again. We watch them when they do that MOTB. They gonna act like the world is getting better, man. Oh, now we don't even have to. We feel more secure with that. You know, if a woman be able to detect a robber or a rapist, she'll be happy. How'd you detect that? Well, you know, I read it triggered in my seat here. You know, it's almost like a car alarm. When somebody gets too close to your car, they don't even have to touch it. It says stand back. That Viper, remember that Viper commercial? Stand back. You're too close to the car. Go ahead.
See then that you walk circumspectly.
Circumspectly, that's what we're doing. That's why we tell the news. That's why we tell you about what's going on with Israel, with the BRICS, Iran. Russia, China, and all these other nations. They be like, why would I learn about that? I don't care about them. You don't care because when they go to war and America's involved, you going to war. They might draft your ass. They're going to start drafting too, man. Go ahead.
It says, not as fools.
Not as fools, man. And they even said we fools for Yahawashi sake, but that's different. But it's talking about a foolish person, man. That's out there riding drunk, don't even care, careless about life, about themselves, careless about what they learn. I just learn everything. I read all kind of books. You know, read all kind of beliefs. So you believe a little bit of atheism, you believe a little bit of Mormonism. You try to put that shit together and explain, they're gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about, man? First you was talking about, how the black people are royal, and then you talk about how the white man can make it. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
It says, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah.
Redeeming the time.
Redeeming the time. As wise. Redeeming the time.
Yeah, knowing the time.
Yeah.
It says, because
say redeem means bring back, right?
Yep.
We bring them back to time. They talking about it's not the end of the world. Most High is making it the end of the world. Yep. What the hell would man say, man? How they know it's not the end of the world? How they gonna call that shot? It's like even when they say when they reply against the Most High, they say, "Who are thou, man, to reply against the Most High, man? Who are you to say it ain't the end of the world, man?" And the Most High giving us signs that show you that it is. He's giving you signs that tell you this is the truth. Mathematics. If it don't make sense, don't buy it. If it doesn't make sense, don't believe it. Mermaids don't make sense. Flat Earth doesn't make sense, man. All these nations can make it, doesn't make sense. Come on, man. Be sober-minded, man. You're drunk off that Babylon juice. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time.
Hey, when you in a relationship and it ain't adding up, you gonna get out of it, man. Cause it's like we ain't growing, we misunderstand, we arguing every day, ain't getting nowhere. I'm getting out. Go ahead.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Because the days are evil. You got Jake like working a job, and he like, damn, I ain't making enough at this job. It ain't adding up, man. No, I got to get another job.
Let's say you read this earlier. I read a above what you just read.
Mhm.
Earlier.
Yeah. And so America doesn't make any sense for us, man. Like we only do what we got to do. We work, you know, pay taxes, that BS, but we ain't a part of this BS bullshit, man. And then our parents want us to correlate with them. They want us to connect and communicate and be loving to them. And yeah, you love your people, you love your parents and all that. But we can't socialize on that level where I'm always like around to where we sitting down all the time and chopping it up because you're not you don't believe what I believe in. What doesn't it say that? It says don't be with somebody unequally yoked, man.
What does unrighteousness have to do
Yeah,
with, right? With what community they have to?
Yeah. It says can light dwell the darkness? Can two walk together unless they agree? So, you know, we kind of deal with our people from a distance, man. We don't talk to them every day. How that communication, it ain't gonna go too far, man. It's gonna turn into an argument. They're gonna think we hate them. They're gonna think, why you ain't show up at what's the name? We all over here waiting for you. I'm not with that, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me,
the grace, that's what we under grace right now. Grace, get your ish in order and shit, man. Most High giving us time to get our ish in order, man. You know? Go ahead.
To every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think.
Yep.
But
hey, that's the spirit of a drunkard too. Like I'm about it. I'm the one. Man. Your shoes are tied. Your shoes are tied together, man. You're about to trip over yourself. Somebody put a kick me sign on the back of your and they kicking you all damn day. Go ahead.
But to think soberly,
man. Think soberly, like, man, I gotta get right, man. Gotta get right with the Most High. The angels are watching, the angels are reporting. I'm not alone. Somebody's like the Michael Jackson song. Or the what is his name? His nephew. Somebody's watching me, man. I always feel like somebody's watching. You're never alone, man. Go ahead.
According as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Measure of faith, man. Because some brothers, they're not as strong as other brothers in the faith.
Yeah.
But at least it could be exercised. At least you could, hey, man, like if you're fat, you're overweight, and there's a gym up the street, you could just, if you really want to, you could just go to the gym every day and lose weight and get toned up if you wanted to. It's harder than it's easier said than done, but that the gym is there. It's like the Most High, like he's there. You know what I'm saying? If we really need him, you really pray to him, crying out like Apostle Rawchaa said. You gotta verbally cry out, man, to the Most High. You know, and pray for your brother, and pray for it, and not pray for a mess. It says, don't pray a mess, man. For vanity, man, for vain things. Again, that's a big ass rope and shit, man. And then you can't even afford your own bills and all that, but you want a golden rope. You gotta put your priorities straight, man. No? Go ahead.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 1. Or did you have something that? It's Titus chapter 2, verse 1, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Sound doctrine. Like the truth, man. You know, you can't be rioting and all over the place with all this other stuff. You know, you got to focus. And what are they? Because, sometimes when they ask questions, they be asking way out questions, man. Like, why would you? Somebody one time said, can I eat a lion and shit? Like, come on, man. Why would you even want to eat a lion, man? Yeah. Can we eat lion and shit? You think you're going to have superpowers power like a lion if you eat the lion? That's Esau's logic, so-called logic. He think just because he ate the Native Americans and ate Negroes, he's going to have power like them, man. Use your damn common sense, man. Go ahead.
That the aged men be sober.
Be sober. Make sure you're on top of yours as much as you can. Go ahead.
Because considered, like, even us young brothers, we consider aged men compared to all the other men on the earth.
Yeah. What did it say? Walk with wisdom among them that are without.
It's any brothers. Like, we all gotta,
Yeah.
We gotta make sure that we know what time we in and to be prepared. Like Saquon said, somebody breaking the house and stuff, you want to be able to protect your brothers, man.
Yeah.
It's certain sacrifices you gotta make to cut off the flesh, man.
Yeah, it's a scripture that says where the man that watched, would he allow somebody to break into his house? Because you're watching, you're awake. Go ahead.
So temperate or grave, temperate, sound in faith.
Sound in faith. Go ahead.
And charity.
Because they don't have faith, man. They don't have charity. It's synonymous with love. That's what love is. You teach the word. Coming out here on highways and byways. And really, like we always say, like apostles and elders on down, it's for the elect. So when we get that love, we giving it to the elect, not everybody. You're busy loving your enemy, trying to get back good with Esau and shit. Meanwhile, he's kicking you down in the dirt and spitting on you and shit. It ain't that. You ain't supposed to exercise that. That's taken away from your power, taken away from you, man. Even as a person, man, to dwell with your enemy, to dwell with the world. Go ahead.
And it says it's patience.
Patience, man. That's another key word. To not be drunk. Because a lot of people like, man, I feel pain, man. Let me just go ahead and take this away right quick. Get a bottle, go party. Nah. Knocking on the door. He was knocking on the door with for that woman. I was like, why is he doing that? And then she came out. She feeds him, I guess. Go ahead.
This is tight. Still got.
But did we ever get that scripture? Wine is a mocker.
Not yet.
Get that right quick.
Why he's getting that? You want me to read this?
This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1. Wine is a mocker.
Wine is a mocker because it mocked you because you thought everything was good. Yeah, it's cold, so the phones are going down faster. So might not record the whole video. Mine anyway. But yeah, it's a mocker because you think it makes you feel good. You think you're good when you drinking. But then you find out like, damn, I'm drunk, I'm tripping over something. You hurt yourself like, shit. I've been mocked by the one. Go ahead.
Strong drink is raging.
Strong drink is raging. That's it.
And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with these philosophies. You're deceived by these philosophies, you're not wise. It's going to be a mockery unto you. You're going to be like, damn, I shouldn't have believed. What was I thinking of? Flat Earth. What was I thinking of? All nations can make it. What I was thinking of? That the MOT wasn't real. What was I thinking of, man? Come and bite you back, man. Go ahead. Titus.
Titus chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for a bishop must be blameless.
I got some water in the bag.
For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High. Not self-willed. Yeah, man, we can't do what we want to do when we come into this ministry. It says, not soon angry, not given to wine. Now, wine is because it's acceptable for us to drink wine. So that's talking about what? These philosophies. It says, no striker, not given to filthy lucre. It says, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, the elect, sober, just, holy, and temperate. It says, and holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers.
And that's like something that you're gonna win some battles, some battles you're gonna lose, Jake. That's the fight of faith. You're not gonna always do everything right, but it's always about getting yourself up and examining yourself, and taking those necessary steps to elevate who you are, as a brother. Because if you don't have no trouble, if you don't gotta go through no problems, then how are you gonna grow? Because that's how the Lord, grows his men, through chastisement, through making mistakes. You ain't gonna grow if you don't fight. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of him giving correction. If none of us needed correction, what's the point of receiving correction?
You mentioned that's a good point. Fighting, most highlight fighters said, fight the good fight of faith.
Like all the boxers and stuff. They start out, they be getting their ass whooped, but then by the time they learned enough how not to get their ass whooped, they whooping ass.
Even Mike Tyson said the first fight he lost, somebody whipped his ass. He's been knocking people out ever since.
Yep.
He trained and he was disciplined too while he was in there.
Those are the best fighters. The ones who, they get back up.
And we basically got to fight this whole world, the philosophies of this whole world. America constantly in our ear. People, they water trying to weaken our spirit. Trying to feed us this BS, trying to make your mind local crazy. They want you to go crazy in this place. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness.
Man, the leaven of malice and wickedness, man. We fighting against wickedness, man. These people talking about, we can, these people, the same people that say you can eat swine, the same people that say you can do this and that, the free-spirited people, they believe in sodomy, they believe in adultery, they believe in idolatry, they believe in this system that behind closed doors, we know what they do, the elite system, they really be sacrificing, they really be killing people, murdering people, the population and all that, man. They believe in them. The whole Epstein thing, man. And then they now they like, oh man, now they waking up to the Illuminati. Now they waking up to what goes on in Hollywood and Epstein. We've been talking about, Apostle Elder on down, been talking about this, man, a long, long time ago. But now that they say it, now our people want to listen. So with that, if they believe in the hands of them people, if they change it around and say something else, then they'll believe them. They'll be like, America's actually great again. We actually doing something. Oh, okay. They're going to tell us, like, what are y'all doing? And they said America, because they believe their asses, man. Don't you know they liars, man? They're the father of lies, so they're not going to tell you the truth. The enemy is not going to tell you the truth, man. Go ahead.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Unleavened bread of sincerity and truth, man. That's what we want to remain, sincere and truthful. Be truthful with yourself. Say you are drunk. Say that, damn. We talk about, oh man, hey, I used to believe in that BS, man. I was lost. I was done out here. I was nobody until the Most High picked me up. Yahawashi picked me up. Now I got a brotherhood. Now I got a house. I got a car. I got people that love me now. I got a purpose now. So we thankful to the Most High, man. What some ninjas take for granted, man. They're going to be destroyed. Scoffers, markers, go ahead.
Verse 9, I wrote unto you an epistle not to company with fornicators.
Not to company with fornicators.
And that's these people, man, out here commit fornication with the beast system, man. Trying to stay in this place in the sense of like they'll take the MOTB, man.
Yeah, you got Jake's already taking it, man. And they're gonna promote it. The celebrities gonna promote it. That's why we hate them damn celebrities. They gonna be promoting
and let the church, the churches, the plantation Christianity churches, they'll tell you that's just talking about sex. They ain't got nothing to do with that, man.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with that. It's talking about going against the Most High's laws, man. Going against the Most High's purpose, His will.
Yeah,
it's true will, man.
It's something called spiritual fornication, man.
You know.
That's why it tells Most High said we played the harlot, man, as a nation, not no one individual dude.
And you see, adultery, and those kind of things. Those all have to deal, with adultery, man. So why would the Lord say adultery twice? He's showing there's a difference, So verse 10, yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world, or with the covetous.
Yeah, because Most High said even friendship with the world is enmity with Him. Everybody trying to be a friend. They wanted you to be a friend to everybody, man. Go ahead.
Or with the covetous or extortioners.
Covetous, extortionists. Go ahead.
Or with idolaters.
With adulterers or idolaters?
Idolaters. Idol worship.
Idol worship, yeah.
Yep.
No, this place is filled with idol worship, man.
And like why we said that adultery, that's going into that covetous, wanting somebody else's property, and a man's wife is his property, man.
Yeah,
and they could be anything else too.
That's why we talk about these Israelite celebrities. They being idolized. It's nothing but idol worship, man. You can't say nothing bad about these celebrities. They be like, nah. They could be a witch, they could be a warlock. They be like, nah, but they still cool. They still got million record. They still nice people. Nah, those are witches and warlocks, man. Go ahead.
For then must ye needs go out of the world.
Must you needs go out of the world. No. So that's a big thing on the list. Adultery is supposed to be put to death, man. That's big on the list. It said there are some sins sentence to death. That's a sentence to death, man. If you catch a married woman in the bed with a man that's not her husband, she's supposed to get put to death and him.
Verse 11, but now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator.
So what that lets you know there's an elect. We ain't supposed to be all kumbaya, man.
It can't be no unity camp.
Yeah.
Because there's brothers it's men that's out there calling themselves brothers, and they not even trying to fight they problems that they got. Because every brother got problems, man. Ain't none of us gonna be perfect till Yahawashi return. But you got some men, they ain't even trying to fight, man.
Nope.
They just out here just, going to the strip club on damn Passover, man.
Yeah.
That ain't showing no fight, man.
Yeah. And you got these wicked ass celebrities that know the truth, that know Yahawah Yahawashi, and on platforms, and then talking about eating swine, talking about getting tattoos and eating swine and all that, man. Y'all gonna be destroyed, man.
Got camps talking about you could basically be a sodomite to your wife, saying you could have sex on the Sabbath day, man. This the kind of stuff that they doing. You can't be involved with that, man.
Yeah.
That's a profane sacrifice to the Most High, man.
Mm-hmm. And trying to because of views and because of what do you call it, a great following, they promote themselves such a code of personality and all that, man. Go ahead.
So be a fornicator or covetous
or fornicator, go ahead,
or an adulterer,
go ahead,
or a railer, right? You just always fighting, you always beating people up and shit, and getting into it with everybody. Said we're supposed to be at peace with all men.
Yeah.
So that's why you got that one guy try to say we threatened him.
Yeah.
There ain't no way.
Like I said, no railing for railing, man.
Yeah.
Going back and forth. And that debate stuff, man, that's folly anyway. That's folly, man. Like we said, a lot of these people, camps, a lot of the leadership, they want to be celebrities, man. They want to be idol worshipped.
And that's that part of that going back and forth, which leads to, people getting into fights and people having no peace. You know,
Yeah, what do you say? Endless debates, something like that.
endless genealogy.
Endless genealogies and constant debates, paraphrasing.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Or a drunkard.
A drunkard, man, because hey, that's what it is. Like they're drunk off, basically, they're drunk off of being considered. I mean, the pride of feeling like a celebrity. They're drunk off the pride of, I'm a big man, so I got to be seen on TV. Y'all small fries, man. We on TV. We on the Breakfast Club and all that. You know, go ahead.
Or an extortioner.
Extortionate, man.
With such and one not to eat.
One not to eat. Go ahead.
So that's it on that. I got something else good. Yeah, Jan, you got something?
Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9. But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours becomes a stumbling block to them that are weak. So you got to kind of watch what you're doing around people too.
Yeah.
And when you fight your own battles, you got to watch how you are around, other brothers, elders, that's something that we all fight, myself first and foremost, because I ain't always on point all the time, and part of making those sacrifices, like Quan said, there's some things that you struggle with, get away from. That's the only way, man. It's better that than to get blown up here, man. Verse 10, for if any man see thee, which has knowledge, sit at meat in the idol's temple. And really, this is going into how they sacrifice the foods and stuff, and like they put sacrifices on these foods and stuff in here, in the stores and stuff. If you're around somebody who you think that would affect them, eating that stuff in front of them, because the Lord said just eat it. It's just meat. You ain't got to be all too serious about it. But if it's somebody that it would affect their faith, be careful around it. And that could do with anything else too, drinking, whatever you're doing. Don't. If that's gonna hinder a brother around you, don't do it around. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's what that mean by when it was talking about don't judge a person that meets, because they might be fasting, and then you order a big ass a catering service and eating in front of the brother and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't talking about eating pork and swine and all that.
Yeah.
It's talking about the differences of some brothers are eating herbs, some are eating meat. Don't judge each other.
Yeah, and give each other space to give a holy sacrifice to the Most High. That's why a brother was saying earlier, hospitality, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you fast with your brother, or just don't eat meat. Just like I'll just get something else. I'll go out and eat something like that. Go ahead.
So I said, shall not the conscience of him which is weak to be emboldened to eat those things which are offered, to idols. Verse 11, and through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish.
Yeah.
For whom Hamashiach died.
Yeah, because there are weak points. Even in the strong man, he got a weak point sometimes. He's not like a boxer. You might have a champ, and then he got defeated that day. He like, damn, I gotta strengthen up on that. He gotta watch the fight again, his fight, and see where he slipped up at. So you slip sometime, man. You get back, and then you be better than you was.
And that's how the Lord does. Sometimes he'll make you slip to see if you're gonna get up, man. Yeah. Like the greatest of the prophets slip.
Yeah.
Paul had his slips.
Yeah.
King David had his slips. Like it's all just about, are you gonna get up and you're gonna improve from that, man.
Yeah. The Most High don't like weakness. You stay the weakest.
Yeah, it said no effeminate men is gonna make it in the kingdom. So there ain't no way you're gonna be. And it talk about a righteous man fall 7 times. So you ain't no way you gonna be a righteous man and just be stood up the whole time, man.
Yeah.
You gonna make mistakes.
And
man.
that's another thing. Don't be crying in your problems and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, just be like, damn, I fucked up.
Yeah.
And get back to that
like,
shit.
Woe is me and all that. Ain't nobody care about me. I'm always fucking up. Nah, man. Stand up. And fight it, man.
Yeah, get back to your shit. Be like, yeah, man, shit, I fucked up right there, but hey, today is another day, man.
Yeah.
Focus on the next day and say, this is what I'm gonna do to make sure that yesterday is a lesson, man.
Yeah.
You know, instead of like Jaquan said, a damn memorial. This is another. We remember this day, 9/11. Boo hoo. Put the flowers over the fuck. How about you stop blowing your own shit up, and then you won't have to do that. Fucking wicked ass nation. Man.
It's all right. I mean, too, it's like you mentioned that it's like our people too. They be crying over little stuff about us, like y'all cuss too much, and y'all, you know, y'all always mentioning like we should, what we need to do, like quit crying about it. Just go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For so much then as a Mashiach, Yahawashi have suffered for us in the flesh.
Yeah, suffered, man. And hey, you can read about the atrocities, about the sufferings that the disciples went through, man. Especially Yahawashi, man. Getting beheaded, getting put in prison, stoned, and all that. We just dealing with little problems right now. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Got to go to work and shit, put in 9 to 5. Like, go ahead and do that shit, man. You know? Got to, you know, your car is used mostly to take brothers around and stuff. Just ask for some gas money. It ain't gonna kill you, man. Don't let it kill you. It can if you let it, but don't let it kill you, man. Slipping, what did it say? A just man falls 7 times and get back up. You know, don't let your own. It said, don't let your sins weigh you down too. Don't let you kill yourself, man. Go ahead.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
With the same mind, go ahead.
For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin.
Yeah, you suffer in the flesh. And don't suffer like to get defeated, man. Suffer to understand what the Most High is teaching you and want you to learn from that. Like, man, okay. Like, I ain't, you know, if you feel like you ain't never got no money, maybe you don't need no a lot of money, man. Maybe your money is your weakness. To where it's gonna hurt you. You're buying all kind of vain stuff, and, you know, all this. Maybe you don't need that much money, man. Go ahead.
That he no longer should live live the rest of his time in the flesh, to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
To the will of the Most High. That's what we're doing. That's why we say Most High will. Like the brother said, we're not perfect, man. We're not on our high horses that's like you can never follow. You know what I'm saying? Horse is always going to be doing what you say. Nah. Sometimes you fall in the dirt, you dust yourself off, get back up, get on the horse again. And, you know? Because if that's your only transportation out of here, like the Most High is our only transportation, Yahawashi is our only transportation out of here. Because we under a cool Lord. He ain't going to give us no ride home. You know? But it starts in your mind, your spirit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lasciviousness, lusts, excess of wine.
That's what we are doing when we is in a Gentile state of mind, walking in those things. You know? Drinking, riding, so-called free-spirited. You know, eating swine, doing what we want to do, like we ain't got no power, like we ain't no instructions, like you know, the Bible is not for reproof. Nah, that's what it's for. Go ahead.
Revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
It said banquetings. You know, remember back then, even during the time of Esther, she was, you know, they had banquets, they had meetings and all that. Ain't that banquet like spell?
Banquetings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You have a banquet, like a get together, and you're drinking wine and you're eating the meat and all that, and it turns into a damn party, man.
And my whole job, they got a whole banquet setup section. Okay, it's a conference building. Banquets, 1,000 people in that motherfucker.
Yeah. And it's it's set up with what do you call it? Other banqueting, people. Like you act all prestige and shit, dignified and shit. Come on, man. Be real with yourself. You know, We ain't nobody yet. I mean, we are, but you know, we're gonna be greater people. We're gonna become greater people. Man. Go ahead. We're working on ourselves now. You got to be your own surgeon, or allow the Most High to surgically remove impurities through this word. No, go ahead.
Verse 4, wherein they think it is strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot.
Yeah. You say I'm gonna sit. I can't go with y'all. You always a party like you the life of the party, man. Y'all gonna still have fun, man. Go ahead and do y'all stuff. I'm falling back, man. Go ahead.
Speaking evil of you.
Speaking evil. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't show up. Go ahead.
Verse 5, who shall give an account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead.
Yep.
Yeah, it said to him that is ready. See how it's shot, he ready. Like, see, one thing about it, man, he in his glory, he on the right hand, of his father, you know, Yahawah, but he ain't that ain't distract that. Hey, he still you know considering and planning, you know, the you know what they call it, man, what's the word? Pretty much he's what is he said you shall meditate terror. But that's what Yahawashi is doing as well. Man, he thinking about how he gonna do. You know, so like it just said, he said today that is ready. You know, I mean, he anxious. You know, that's terrible when you think about that. Like, man, that's terrifying, man.
And a lot of these, you know, people that speak evil of us is because, you know, a lot of these people are cultivators of the earth in the sense of material wise. All they do is spend their whole life trying to perfect their craft. And really, they in a drunken sleep and spiritually, you know. Yeah. No. This is Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 28. It reads, you know, it's a little bit more than that, but it talks about all these workers that seem like they have the understanding of what it means to be successful. You know, in the eyes of Bahasham and Yahawashi. Verse 28, the smith also sitting by the anvil, considering the ironwork, the vapor of fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. Yeah. Verse 29, so doeth the potter sitting at his work and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work and maketh all his work by number. Yeah. Verse 30, he fashioneth the clay with his arm and boweth and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. Verse 31, all these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. So by the time they get done and they finally did it, you know, they got those meetings at the end of the year, and they got the everybody gets their awards for how hard they work for the year and all that. And then they come in like, oh yeah, this wouldn't be nothing without me. They ain't got nothing to do with Yahawashi. He don't care about none of that, man. That's why they're not going to be found where the parables are spoken, where the prophets are at. The true valuable men of the Lord. Verse 32, without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor will they go up and down. So all that work that they do, man, they don't even really get to enjoy their life, man. I got some particular family members, man, they rich as hell, man, and they ain't ever home, man. Never home. Ever. Because it's too much work, man. You know? And you know, you got some of them that are, you know, they get their time to relax, but then it's like what you know, work so much, it's like that's all you focus on, man. There ain't nothing else that you can do. You like, shoot, I gotta get my ass back to work. Because you don't know how to relax no more. Like Quan said, it's gotta be balanced. Yeah? Verse 33, they shall not be sought for in public counsel.
And especially if you, like you said, if you too much into your work, you're gonna feel like you deserve something from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I did all this work, and then what Solomon say? He said, all under the sun is vanity. So just like even in this truth, you like, man, I've been in truth for a long ass time. Ain't nobody never gave me shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't be like that, man. You gotta continue on and fight as if you just came in, man. Go ahead.
So it says, they shall not be sought for in public counsel. That's talking about the prophets, man. That's talking about the elect. That's talking about being found in the congregation of Israel, man. They're not going to be sought for in this time right now. The Lord's not going to be looking at them or paying attention to them and working on them.
Yeah, they're not going to be out here on the highways
No.
highways.
Yeah, this is public. This is a public council, man. They're not going to be found right here because they're too busy working out there in the world, man.
It talks about busy bodies too, and everywhere where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. So they shall not be sought for in public counsel, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment.
No.
These people don't understand judgment, man. They don't understand what that means, man. What it means to the answer to all your life's work, man. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. And that's out here, man. You know, they're not going to be found, man.
And they're found everywhere else, parties and that's why they hang out, congregations and all that.
That's why they speak evil of us. They like, man, what them they doing out there? They ain't doing that. It ain't making no difference to the world.
And a lot of them small scoffers and mockers, they at home eating chips and dip and shit. You know what I'm saying? Watching Netflix movie, and every now and then they'll put in a comment against us. Like, y'all the ones that got a boring life, man. Y'all the ones that got a nobody life, man. We actually doing something, and we actually care about our estate. You know, in this wicked ass world, man. We actually know how detrimental this stuff is, man. You know, to not be doing the work of Yahawah, Yahawashi, to not believe, that's detrimental to your health and your soul, man. Because there's accountability for everything, man. There's going to be some accountability for you. You know, because people are going to really start to try to figure out, where do I fit into the world? Because the world is falling apart, man. They're going to be like, damn, what's my part in this thing? What do I do? It's too late to do anything, man. But we've been doing it. We still doing it. Go ahead.
This is you got some out?
Go ahead, Rock.
This is Barak chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people.
Yeah.
And the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Well ordered, man. You know, that's what we talk about all the time, order. You know, the fashion of order of these things according to the spirit of Yahawah Yahawashi, because this place is out of order. What did it say? All the course of the earth are out of order with the, you know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing.
So you can't be captivated. You can't be captivated by pleasure.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that get Jake falling off, is being captivated by finding something that's going to pleasure you through the hell.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, what did it say? Be more pleased of the Most High than pleased of the flesh.
Yeah.
And it says, you know, Moses refused to he would rather suffer with his people than enjoy sin for a season, man.
So suffering unlocks righteousness. That's what it does.
Yeah.
It creates righteousness.
Yeah. And it brings out the impurities of you and your real self and your real soul worth, man. Like we said, the pressures on the diamond, pressures on the coal or whatever, the pressure that makes you a better person, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself.
And you have to be understanding to understand that you're growing from that. You can't grow from that if you don't understand the Most High. If you don't believe in the Most High, you can't grow, because you ain't gonna understand the suffering. You're gonna be like, I'm doing this in vain.
You're not gonna understand the sentence of judgment. You're not gonna understand that's what yields the peaceable fruit. That's what it said. No chastisement seems grievous, but it yields the peaceable fruit, man.
Mm-hmm.
It sets you in balance, with your purpose and your duty to your brethren, man. So as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
So are his officers, man.
That's why we had to have the elders and apostles set up, man,
for that great example.
Because young brothers like us, man, we wouldn't make it without Zaquan and all the other elders, man, stepping up and being that example before we was even born, man. We wouldn't have been ready, man. We would have been out here all over the place like everybody else, man. That order had to be set up.
That's why it's easy for Jake to go into these contracts wanting to be a rapper, singer, wanting to be a star, a celebrity, because they didn't understand the suffering was for a reason. Like they took it for like, damn, I got to get out of here by any means necessary, even if it's taking a bath, even if it's selling out, I got to get out of here. That suffering is for a reason. It's to make you grow and make you understand. But if the Spirit ain't dealing with you, Most High didn't want them in his congregation. He didn't want them in his circle, man. Go ahead.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Such are all they dwell in.
That's why we can't be involved with them in a sense of really like dealing with them in any kind of way, man. Because this is a city in itself.
Yeah.
This public council, man.
Exactly. And that's why they hate us, man. Because America sees us not like not like their people, not like the presidents, not like the leadership of America. They don't see us that way. As so as the people, so as the king, or so as the the leadership, but not with us, because their leadership is different from our example and all that. So they keep an eye on us. They want us off the street.
And then you go to work, they make it to where you can do certain things to where it's not going to be detrimental to your walk, man.
Yeah,
it's always like that with all brothers. All of our jobs has got certain things that try to compel us to indulge a little bit more in the world, and they do it little by little, like you said, it fall little by little until they catch you.
Yeah.
So you gotta just be circumspect and continually, some of them things you can be like, they got me right there, but then they ain't gonna get me next time.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
That word ready. When you ready, you gonna you see the devil throwing that.
Yeah, and it could be wine, women. It could be an opportunity to get a higher position in your job, but then you work too much.
Or it could be your people calling you and say, "Come and check up on," and then you go over there and then it's a big fight and all that. And it's like, sometimes you got nah. I ain't what's the name? I don't want to even go over there, man. This a couple of people on the internet. And we'll start to close up. But said, "Damn, I knew I shouldn't have gone to that party, because I never go. But some just had me, they got me that time. Like they was really talking for you to come over, like and a second ring or a third ring. Like, all right, I just come over, and next thing you know, boom." Some crazy happened, man.
And I'll tell you, man, these people out here is through, man. Because the other day I had this little taxi service came pick me up from work, and if somebody called for a taxi, they got to come pick them up too while you in there waiting to get to the crib. So I'm over here waiting to get to the crib, and these kids, they look young as hell too, man. They look like 21. They was young. And there was this Edomite, man. He was so drunk, man. He had throw up all over him, everything, man. They can't even stand. They carrying them, trying to put them in the damn truck. I was like, damn, man. Because I'd have my nights where I'd be a little throw, but not like that, man. These motherfuckers out here through. Yeah. Like, I'd have my days where I like, damn, I drank too much. I had to make myself throw up and shit. And that's why I like, now I'm like to a point where I'm like, I'm done with the shit. I'm trying to get to working now. I'm trying to get back healthy, man. Yeah. Because I'm, I ain't just unhealthy, but we want to, like Zaquan said, we're trying to get somewhere, man. Yeah.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it becomes a testimony to where now, let's tell a testimony and you can learn from it. And you're like, yeah, you could do it, I could do it.
because we got to make sacrifices. Some of us, some stuff we like to do, but so the Lord's giving us certain priorities that we gotta, it's just like if you're a father, just like Quan said, you got kids and stuff, like you gotta put in the work, man. You gotta, some stuff you used to do before you had the kids, you can't do that no more. But you love your kids, man. And that's just like with the brotherhood, Israel. Even believers that are around us, our women and stuff, man. You gotta love them by committing that sacrifice and stepping up and being more ready in mind, man. Yeah. That's saying myself first and foremost.
Yeah, just like a family, you can't live with your family but don't talk to your wife or kids ever. Shit, what's the use?
You gotta check up on them, man.
Yeah.
It said, "Know thy state of thy flock."
Yep.
And that's your own self too, and knowing how to show that gratitude. Of course, upon younger brothers around you, man.
Because somebody, people be like, yeah, you look at a mess at your house, or somebody, they be like, yeah, you was drunk when you did it. You like, I didn't do that shit. It's almost like two different people, man.
Yep.
So you gotta know who you always are and stay sober enough to do that, so you can grow.
Yep.
And then if you get knocked back off of your horse, you like dust yourself off and get back on, man.
Just hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
Yeah.
Drink you some water. Say a prayer. Do a fast. Get back to the game, man. Get back in the game, man.
Prayer, like the apostles always say, pray, man.
Get back in the game.
Pray against that devil, man, and that ill state of mind. Pray against that addiction, man. Pray against it, man. Rebuke it. Correct it. That's what we do. Most High gave us the word, proof, for doctrine, and instruction, so we could instruct others and reprove others, man. So they can get that, so we can all be right. Righteousness, man, we're gonna rule, man. But we able to be victorious and you're still strong enough to become victorious, man. Don't give up the fight, man. All right, But to the few brothers that may have been on and sisters that been on, get another scripture, Yahawashi, Qadash, Atham. Go ahead.
This is Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "Awake, you drunkards."
Yeah, awake, you drunkards. You philosophical drunkards and you real drunkards. All that, all the drunkenness. Wake up.
Yeah. It said, "Awake, ye drunkards, and weep."
And weep. Go ahead.
"And how are you drinkers of wine?"
It makes you think of like howling like the moon at the moon.
Yeah.
How? Go ahead. Cry. Go ahead.
"How are you drinkers of wine?"
Yeah.
"Because of the new wine."
New wine.
Right. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That Yahawashi is going to establish in the earth when he return.
Yeah.
It says, "Because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth." Yeah, because when in the kingdom, all these philosophies that's being spoken about, that's gonna be a thing in the past.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be hearing about how a man could go in what they call it, the gender, what they call the restroom nowadays.
Unisex.
Yeah, that bull crap. Ain't gonna be no that ain't gonna be that's gonna be a thing in the past. Like you said, it's because it is cut off from your mouth.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be talking about this bullshit no more in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, and that's why I like, that also was like a reflection of us too, because it was really the Lord talking to us too, because we on that new wine now. Yeah, we was on that Babylon juice, man. And at some point, all of us is on that juice, man.
Yeah, and we find out it made us sick. We didn't know it. I look back and you're like, oh, sick, man. This sick shit.
You was trying to, because we thought it was good, man. This is what we were taught, that this was good. They typed it in the movies. They put it in all the people who were successful at the Jakes. That's what they do. But after we see, we got this new wine, man. We got something. We know this is gonna give us everlasting life, man.
We just say they should search for wine in the streets. Find none. Y'all ain't gonna be able to get this good wine, man. No, this is the good wine, man. The new wine.
Yeah, Yahawashi even spoke about the new wine.
Yeah, it's a new day, man. So become a new person. We didn't say it says be renewed in your mind. Daily. Like that new man, we becoming new men. We becoming better men, man. Yep. And when you get polished, you're gonna be like feeling good about yourself. Great. Lose weight, you're eating better. You know, you knocked a lot of your addiction. You know, anything you're addicted to, you knock it out.
You're gonna be ready.
Yeah. You know, it's better communication with your brothers. It's better understanding with your brothers. You know, because you got rid of all them demons, man. You know, some of our people addicted to sugar and cocaine and all kind of stuff, man. You know, corn and all that. So yeah, get free, man, from those ill habits. And we talking to us foremost, me myself foremost, man. It's a battle, it's a fight. But as long as we fight, we gonna win. If you stick in there, you can't keep fighting and then not know how to fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, you're gonna know how to fight. You know? You might not know how at the beginning, but shit, you fight enough times and you go, I can actually fight.
That muscle memory gonna kick in.
Exactly. God. You know, you might have to study on some fighting, you know what I'm saying? Learning some, just take some classes. There ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ain't nothing wrong with taking classes to know how to fight. You know, apostles even recommend that. Learn some jiu-jitsu or something, man. Some Brazilian, jiu-jitsu, man. Do something to make yourself, to lift yourself up, man. Don't allow yourself to be dead. Don't allow yourself to give up, to be taken, man. Fight for fight for your crown, man. You know, you gotta fight for your crown, man. It said, let no man take your crown.
Which means you already got it.
Yep.
So you just gotta fight to keep it, man.
Fight to keep it. You know? So, yeah, hopefully that was edifying, man. You know, write some things down and a routine of things to get you started with your new journey, your new you know what I'm saying? Which is an old journey, but whatever you have to do, man. But anyway, with that, hopefully it was edifying, man. Hopefully we ain't gonna this Babylon wine, man. It like you said in the kingdom, there ain't gonna be none of that around. There ain't gonna be no Babylon wine. It's gonna be that good wine, that Yahawashi wine. We're gonna Most High will be drinking with him in the kingdom, man. So giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Barak, Yahawashi, the ones to apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, must I take to the brothers, his word for the hope for elect, soon to be elect, most high will, to the hope for extended elect, shalom. Blessings, men, women, and children. Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh.